The history of Grimethorpe Colliery Band is that it was formed in 1917, basically to give the miners something to do. Each miner would be stopped an amount of money out of his weekly wage that would go to fund the band. All the members of the band worked at the pit, at the mine. And in those days, if the bandmaster of the band wanted a certain player from another part of the country, they would be offered employment at the pit. Arguably, Grimethorpe is the most famous brass band in the world. In the old days, everybody lived in and around the village. Every member of the band is now fully employed, but obviously not at the pit. So it makes it a lot more difficult to cram in rehearsal times. Some of them can be travelling anything up to 2.5 hours to 2 rehearsals per week. And they're giving the weekend up and family life for what is £70 for 2 concerts. It goes without saying that anybody who plays for Grimethorpe has to be really at the top of their game. They have to be the best of the best. They play for the love of it. At the moment we only have one person in the band who was born and bred in the village and went to school in the village, worked at the pit, and now he's Professor of Trumpet and Cornet at the Royal Northern College of Music.
My brother had already started playing cornet, so I decided that I wanted to play cornet. It's like anything else, your big brother's got something, you want one. So I went down, as was the way of doing it, I went down to the junior band at Grimethorpe. We queued up and we had to say, oh, I'm 10 years old and I'd like to play the cornet. Guy shook his head, said, yeah, very good, handed me a sack. It was a brown sack and I thought, oh, that's a big cornet, but didn't think anything of it. Went home, took it out, and it definitely wasn't a cornet, it was a tenor horn. Wasn't impressed, so I sat around and left it for a week and went back the next week, queued up again. Same thing again, got a strange look. I'm sure he recognised me. So I'd like to play the cornet, please. So I was handed an old battered case and inside was a cornet. And that was it then. Started my lessons and I was away with the band. The other miners, although they ribbed you quite a lot, generally speaking, they were the first to ask about results after championships. They wanted to know if you'd won, if not, why not. So yeah, they were proud about the bands. The opportunities that I've had would never have been available to me if I hadn't have joined the junior band at Grimethorpe. There's no doubt about that. I'd have had to get a job, earn a living, and you'd have been stuck in a rut. If I hadn't have been helped, then yeah, I don't know what I'd have been doing now. But I certainly wouldn't have been working as a professor at a music college.
Even though the pit only closed relatively recently, in 1992, there's absolutely no sign of there being any industry here, any mine here at all. The employment's gone. So what do the people of the village do? It is a ghost town in many senses. The future of the children, what do? Where do they go? We want to give every child in the village the opportunity to play a brass instrument, to give them a vision, an horizon, and something that they can aim for.
Music to me has been an escape from everyday life. It's allowed me to travel, to meet people, to perform, to get satisfaction from other people's enjoyment. It's become my life, become my world. Really. Nothing has ever got close to it. It's everything.